So the new killer has some interesting perks. Uh, Starting out with genetic limits, when a survivor finishes the healing action, they suffer the exhausted status effect for 24, 28, and 32 seconds. This perk just, completely makes healing even more inviable than it already was. I don't think killers are going to be using this too much because, making survivors suffer from the exhaustion status effects doesn't really do anything, especially after they heal, because you're not going to be close to them if they're healing. It is, the exhaustion status effects for 32 seconds, but still, at the same time, it's like if they're healing, the chances are they're not even close to you. But if the killer does have this perk, it completely kills the healing action. Uh, well, if you're close to the killer anyway. Forced hesitation. When a survivor is put into the dying state by any means, all other survivors standing within 16 meters around them suffer the hindered status effect for 10 seconds, reducing their movement speed by 15%. And then the perk goes on cooldown. This perk just is a direct counter to flashlight saves. I have no clue why they would create this, but I guess now you can counter flashlight saves because walls were very hard to look at, apparently. Machine learning. After performing the damage generator action, machine learning activates. While this perk is active, the next generator you damage will be compromised until it is completed. The generator is highlighted in yellow. When the compromised generator is completed, you become undetectable and gain 70% haste for 30 seconds. Then machine learning deactivates. So this perk, if you break a gen while another gen is compromised, the compromised generator moves to the latest one kicked. Gen kick perk, I'm not super hyped about this one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be super useful. It's not like a regression perk that you can use for 3 gens. It's only like budget tinker, except it activates after the gen is completed and not when it's 70%, and you also gain haste. I don't think any of these perks is going to be useful or meta changing, meta defining. I think these perks are very niche, weird, and boring. So that's all I have to say about the killer perks. The survivor perks, though, from what I read, there's one perk here that's extremely interesting. I'm not gonna say overpowered because it's not gonna be overpowered, but it's interesting. This is not it though. Troubleshooter. When you're chased by the killer, this break activates. You see the aura of the generator with the most progress. You see the aura of the killer for 4, 5, 6 seconds after dropping a pallet. It's just this effect lasts for 10 seconds after being chased and deactivates. It's a weird, pretty interesting perk. It is a chase perk, quote unquote, but at the same time, it's like, why would you want to see aura of generators? That doesn't really make much sense to me when you're getting chased. But it is cool being able to see the killer after you drop a pallet. But then you have alert for that, and alert is just better in every aspect. So I don't know. Made for this. This is the interesting perk I was talking about. This is the perk that's probably gonna be meta. Might even be used instead of exhaustion perks because this perk doesn't. Oh, I should read the perk first. This perk activates while you are in the injured state. You run 1, 2, 3% faster after you finish healing another survivor. Gain the endurance status effect for 10 seconds. Made for this, cannot be used when suffering from exhaustion, but does not cause the exhaustion status effect. This is amazing with DH. I don't know if you guys read this correctly, but it flat out makes you 3% faster whenever you're injured. And this is very noticeable. Very noticeable. I know people were shitting on the boon perk that makes you 2% faster when you're in the boon radius. The only reason that perk was dog shit is because it had the prerequisite of being inside the boon range. If you could just be flat out 2% faster, it would be great. This perk makes you 3% faster just by being injured. And guess what? It doesn't work with exhaustion. Guess what the only exhaustion perk in the game that you can't use off the bat is? Dead hard. So if you have this perk in Dead Hard, you can actually, get some pretty decent value from both of the perks at the same time. This is one of the most interesting perks they've ever released, I think. Because I mean, at the same time that it's not very creative, it just makes you faster. It's still like a combo perk for DH, and this is gonna, quote unquote, maybe not bring DH back because sprint burst is still gonna be better. I hope you guys understand that. This break is gonna be an option to use instead of split burst to combo with the H. So this is gonna be kind of like self-aware in split burst. You're gonna have made for this and dead hard. I think they're gonna nerf this because killer means are gonna yap their mouths off about this break for some reason. I just know it. I just know it's gonna happen. But very interesting. I hope it doesn't get nerfed. I'm gonna be using this for today's PTB test in 16 minutes apparently. 17. I don't know why it's so slow. Scavenger. While you are holding an empty toolbox, this perk activates. Succeeding a great skill check while repairing gives the perk 1 token up to 654. When you reach maximum tokens, lose all tokens automatically. Recharge the toolbox full. It only works on toolboxes? Scavenger is disabled for the remainder of the trial after recharging a toolbox. What? But why would you use this instead of build to last? Succeeding a great skill check while repairing gives the perk 1 token up to 4 when you reach maximum token. Oh, I guess it's because it's automatic, right? Okay, we have a new Gen Rush perk. I don't know how I feel about this. Because no one really likes that. You know, no, not the killer mains, not the survivor mains. No one cares about gens. Why are they pushing the game towards this direction, where it's all about hitting and running and doing gens? Oh, this is kind of sus. I don't really love this. I know this perk is gonna be extremely abused by Swifts and stuff, so I'm not really pumped to see a toolbox perk. Not at all. Not even in the slightest. The new map, of course, Toba Landing, which if you guys don't know, Toba is in Portuguese means asshole. So this is asshole landing. If you happen to speak Portuguese or watch Puffalope, this is the map. It's so funny that they chose Toba. Like, why would you use that? You know, I guess they didn't know, but it's so funny. Toba landing, asshole landing. I'm never gonna be able to look at this map's name without thinking asshole landing for the remainder of my life. Not gonna read much about the map. We're just gonna experience it in the PTB in 19 minutes. It keeps going up for some reason. I hate it. It's gonna be so late for the PTB and for the video. It's gonna be crazy. Some killer tweaks. We have the artist's ink egg. Increase the maximum capacity of diacrows by 1. Decreases the time diacrows stay idle before disintegrating by 2 seconds. I like this. This add-on actually encourages the artist to go for snipes instead of placing crows down at loops. This is interesting. I like this. Very cool. Increases the length of time a diacrow's killer's instinct reveals survivors by 3 seconds. It was 1.5 seconds. Decent, not super useful. Welcome, Narmi. Nemesis. Increases the time it takes survivors to use vaccines by 3 seconds. Increases length of killer instincts. Yeah, okay. Increases mutation rate when destroying zombies by 75%. Decreases zombie respawn time by 7.5 seconds. Okay, interesting. This is probably gonna be meta. Tyrant Gore, 75%, quite a bit. Increases mutation rate when destroying zombies with a tentacle strike by 75%. Wait. So if you use Tyrant Gore and Zombie Heart, you can get tier 2 and 2 zombie downs, I think. Am I right? I think you can get tier 2 and 2 zombie downs. That's interesting. The Trickster. Hopefully not a buff. Increases the duration of main event by 0.3 seconds. Increases the duration of main event by 0.4 seconds. Whatever. This doesn't really mean anything. It's 0.2 seconds if you use both add-ons. Movement speed while crouched, 3.8 meters per second was 3.6. Night Shroud recharge time, 20 seconds. Okay. Killer instinct duration after being revealed, 4 seconds. Okay. Reduces the tear radius by 12 meters. Interesting. Let's remember that reveals ghost faces and fleek. What? Oh, okay. That's an add-on. That's an add-on. Okay. When hitting a survivor with punishment of the damned, that survivor is inflicted with torments. Okay. That's fair enough. I hope people don't start playing Pyramid Head because of that, because I don't love Pyramid Head, but it's okay. Pop goes the weasel. After hooking, yeah, I know what it does. Normal generator regression applies after the generator. Oh, it's just a 10% buff. It's 10% buff to pop. Okay. We have noticed growing concerns surrounding excessively long matches caused by 3-jetting. We were working on a limited solution. With this in mind, some adjustments have been made to deja vu. The perk will now reveal the aura of 3 generators which are close in proximity to one another indefinitely, and grants a 6% repair speed bonus on the reveal generators. Nice. No one's gonna use deja vu though. Like, how are we gonna address 3-jetting? Deja vu buff. Now I know that's not what they did. Okay, they even said here that they're looking for things to do about this. But they said that they recognize that survivors need more option at their disposal right now, and they just buffed deja vu. Like that's no one's gonna run deja vu, man. No one's gonna run deja vu. It's just not gonna happen. Um. Okay. After completing 50% progress on any generator, flashbang activates. Enter a locker and press the active ability button 1 to craft a flash grenade. You no longer need to be empty-handed. Okay. I know I have a perfect way to do it. Nerf the twins. Good idea. Search bar. Great. I have no complaints. I actually have loads of praises, except for the fact that it took you 7 years to realize that this break needs a search bar. Well, maybe not 7 years. Maybe not 7 years. Scott here has a new killer. I'm still waiting for my update to go through. Wesker, I'm sorry, bad. My Steam download is just dog shit. It's already downloaded, now it's patching, and I have no clue why it takes so long. My computer is super good, but it's just the way it is. Well, we're gonna find out how the killer feels in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you guys can go watch a different stream, but please come back. Okay, please come back. Item rules rework. Items are now divided into categories: survivor item, special item, and temporary item. These can return to a player's inventory at the end of a match. Toolbox and firecracker. Special item, items related to playing against specific killers. And temporary item, items that do not return to the player's inventory at the end of the match. Okay. What does this do? I have no clue what it does. An update pop-up requiring players to back out to the splash screen when a backend update is deployed. This may happen with a kill switch change. Okay. Added protection against hackers using characters they do not own. Messages produced by disconnection, a timeout from server, or kick are now distinct and clear. Okay. That's good. That's quality of life. I know bots are not going to be using perks that are going to be better, because they plan on putting in bots in normal matches, so that's good. Characters, I'm not going to read all of this. Yeah, that's about it for the PTB. We're going to have to play now. As soon as